Hello, I'm Suzanne Honeycutt, and I work for the NASA Shared Services Center. I'm a procurement analyst in the procurement division, and I'm thrilled to share my story with you. My mother has been the biggest influence in my life. She is the grounding force and the greatest asset for our entire family. And she came from very meager beginnings. She had 9 brothers and sisters, and like I mentioned, they were very poor. But she managed to get her GED and to go on and be a cosmetician, as well as a successful bookkeeper. So she's really taught my brother and me some very valuable lessons, instilled in us very high work ethics. Don't expect anything for free, to always treat others with respect and to be kind. And she's a very strong woman of faith, and has really experienced an awful lot of tragedy within her family. And but it's her faith in God that has brought her through all this, brought all of us through it. So her life lessons are still with me today. My life has been very, very different than what I had imagined. Never in a million years would I have thought that I would have wound up working for NASA. I wanted to be a number of things when I was growing up, to include a flight attendant, a travel agent, and even a pharmacist. But I didn't do any of those, only because I didn't really truly pursue them with passion. Life took me a totally different path. I wound up joining the U.S. Air Force, which is something that I'm very proud of serving our great nation. And I just had one great stepping stone after another. So really, in my wildest imagination, I didn't think growing up that I would ever work for NASA. The happiest moment in my career was getting promoted to an E5 when I was serving in the U.S. Air Force. And let me say that, first of all, I was one of 2 women in my unit over in Hawaii. And I know, tough assignment, but somebody has to do it. Promotions in the Air Force back in my time, you had to sit for a test. And so that, for me, entailed learning not only about my aircraft, but also about all the other aircraft platforms across the Air Force. So I got promoted to the E5 rank the very first time I sat for the test. That was quite a great accomplishment, and I was really thrilled. Networking. I think it's very critical, especially in today's world where we have the internet, social media, etc., that we don't forget true communication. And nothing will ever replace face-to-face interaction and giving folks eye contact. When I was growing up, women were tied to a typewriter and a phone because we were traditionally found to excel as a receptionist, as a secretary or a clerk, and that is not the case anymore. Women have really, really come a long way over the years, especially at NASA. You can look at our agency, and there are several women that hold very high-level leadership positions. Here at the NASA Shared Services Center, women do hold some very high positions in leadership. I think it's very important that we show one another empathy and compassion. We never really know what someone else may be going through in life, so I think it's very wise to be respectful, compassionate, and empathetic. Remember when they taught us in kindergarten to be nice to each other and to share? Well, I really believe we need to do just that, and that too will take us very far in life. Because we're talking to women and young girls, I think it's very important for all of us to remember that we need to be proud of being a woman. Women have made great, great strides over the last 20 years, and you can do whatever you put your mind to do. Never be intimidated or let someone treat you disrespectfully. I think it's important that of the way you carry yourself, to be proud to be a woman, and to know that just because we're a woman doesn't mean that we're any weaker. that we have to set the bar higher for ourselves. And of course, that probably is self-imposed, but we need to do more, do it better, and just excel. And you can do that with whatever you choose to do, but just go after it and do it.